Previously on Gears.
We are trying to get hold of our very special friend. Hopefully she answers. Come on, Kerry. It is Kerry Lynn, eh?
Kerry Lynn, yeah.
Carolyn. Carolyn.
Hi.
Carolyn, our very famous and lovely friend from the Else for Autism Foundation. Welcome again to Gears on Balls Visual Radio. Carolyn, are you having a beautiful Friday?
I'm having a wonderful Friday, and even better that I'm chatting to you guys, so thank you so much.
It is our pleasure.
Okay, today on my first Disi's Double Ds, we are focusing on dreams and donations, and we'll be chatting about our favorite goal for Ernie Else, as we found out more about the Ernie Else Center for Autism. Ernie's son Ben was diagnosed with autism a couple of years ago. Ernie and his wife Liesel had suspected something was wrong for a few years as he did not start crawling and walking at the correct age, and would not look them in the eyes. This was all because he was affected by autism. Ernie and Liesel Else are very passionate about helping people affected by autism, and through being powerful ambassadors in the public eye, they have been proactive in supporting autism by opening centers for children who are affected by it. Today we are chatting to Kerry Lynn Kelly, the director of the Ernie Else Center for Autism, to find out more about autism and the Ernie Else Center for Autism. Hi Kerry Lynn, welcome to Gears on Balls Visual Radio.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Starting off, could you please tell us more about autism and how it affects children and their families?
Absolutely. Autism is a term used to describe a number of developmental disabilities known as autism spectrum disorders. And autism spectrum disorders emerge within the first 3 years of a child's life, and they can affect a child's ability to communicate, understand language, and to develop social relationships. This, as you can imagine, is very traumatic, for parents, relatives, siblings, and extended family members, as you only find out at 3 years of age that there might be something potentially wrong developmentally with your child. Otherwise, you have a very seemingly healthy child, and then all of a sudden those long-term hopes, goals, and dreams can sometimes take on, a different light, once receiving the diagnosis.
What are the early warning signs?
Most parents start off by saying that they suspected that their child was deaf. And the reason why that they suspected their child was deaf is because their child no longer responded to his or her name, or the child wasn't looking at them when they were speaking. So that's why they often think that there might be a hearing issue. So that is probably the biggest warning sign. You can run a few simple tests, such as calling your child's name and seeing if he or she will respond with eye contact, and also looking to see how a young child is playing with toys. For example, is a young child, rolling a car on the ground and engaging in some pretend play as you would typically see, or does that play maybe look a bit repetitive or different?
Carolyn, is this a neurological and physical problem, or how does one define it? I mean, as you say, yes, if somebody's not listening or hearing, that's more of a physical deficiency, but is it also very neurological?
You know what? It's actually a completely neurological based.
Okay.
So, completely neurological based, and the way that doctors actually diagnose for autism is through observations. So when the child's about 3 years old, that's typically when you see those social developments and skills coming out, and a trained doctor will be able to note a lack of those skills that are emerging, which will allow the doctor to then, observe and possibly diagnose for autism. But it's completely neurological. The reason, it's not really that they're not hearing their name, they just don't understand socially that they're meant to respond to it. When we were younger, no one had to teach us that when our parents called our name, we should look at them, see what they might have for us. It's probably something exciting, but that's not something that's registering in the brain for children on the spectrum.
If they are diagnosed with autism, do they take medication? Is there a way of helping it get better?
You know what? There absolutely is. When we look at treating children with autism, we actually look at teaching them and educating the child so that we can give them the skills that they need to function as independently as possible in their life. And basically, all children with autism absolutely can learn. They're just going to learn a little bit differently than how you and I may learn, and that is really the key to treatment for our children.
In terms of the treatment, I mean, what are there's the foundation, there's a tremendous amount of research. Neurologically, they will get some kind of medication. What is hopefully the next step? I mean, is there an actual cure to this, or are these kids unfortunately going to have to be on medication for the rest of their lives?
You know, that's the million-dollar question right there. Everyone is trying their best research-wise to see, you know, if we can come up, you know, with a cure for autism, but unfortunately that has not been found as of yet, and it's a bit of a controversial topic as well. Some professionals believe that we will find a cure. Other professionals believe that there is no cure, and simply through treatment, you know, we can look at enhancing the lives of these children.
I'm getting back to Ernie. Ernie and Liesl are very passionate about this, and they've opened the Ernie Els Center for Autism in Johannesburg. You involved with that. Could you tell us a bit more about it?
Absolutely. We're so excited about what we're doing at the center here. Basically, what we do is we provide lower resource parents of children with autism with free access and support to an online educational tool. And what we do with that online educational tool is we teach these parents how they themselves can teach their child. Going back to that whole concept of that we know every child with autism can learn, they just learn a bit differently. And our whole goal is to empower these parents with the knowledge, tools, and support that they need to be able to take control of their child's education, knowing that they likely can't afford access to schools and other intervention services. So we're almost like a school for the parents, if I can say that, but our ultimate goal is that we're enhancing the lives of these children.
Carrie Lynn, what is the sort of rate of the amount of children that are diagnosed with autism?
Right now, worldwide, autism affects 1 in every 88 individuals.
Wow.
And what's more alarming is that it's 5 times more likely in boys than it is in girls. So that makes the rate 1 in every 54 boys worldwide. It is extremely high, and it's rising. Last year, we were at 1 in every 101 individuals. So, unfortunately, you know, we're getting, more cases diagnosed on a yearly basis.
That's actually very scary. Has there been any scientific proof as to why that rate is actually going up as opposed to going down?
You know, there's a few different theories out there, nothing quite scientific. A lot of professionals think that it just has to do with awareness. We're becoming more aware of autism. More doctors are on the lookout for those early warning signs and are learning how to diagnose for autism. So that's probably the main suspected reason as to why it's increased, but nothing really formal that's giving us those answers that we really want.
Sasha and I were both at the Els for Autism golf event last year, which we both really enjoyed. What fundraiser events will be held this year in aid of Els for Autism?
Well, we love keeping with the golf theme just because we love Ernie, and obviously, you know, he's the one who helped us be who we are today. So this year we're going to be hosting 3 different golf events, and we're going to put up information once everything's finalized on our website so people can check out there if they want to participate in those particular golf days. And April is also Autism Awareness Month, and so we're asking golf courses to help us by participating in what we're calling our National Give Back program for the month of April so that we can help not only raise awareness but some funds for the foundation as well.
Amazing stuff. Well, please keep us updated, Carrie Lynn. We'll do our best to ensure that all of them are a great success with everything that you're going forward.
Thank you. You guys have been an amazing support, so thank you very much.
It is our pleasure. All right, there we go. Thank you very much. Kerry Lynn from Else for Autism. Also go and check out their webpage, elseforautism.com. They do a really a fantastic, fantastic job. And she's such a sweet lady as well.
She's so sweet.
She really is.
Weekdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Central African Time.
Beautiful.
Gears with Sasha Martinengo on balls.co.za.